Hello friends, and welcome to your Friday Picker card bundle with me, Intuitive Rene. It's so lovely to be here today, and it almost never happened because I somehow lost a day this week and thought it was not time yet to do this video. So I suddenly realized that, oh my gosh, it is that day of the week. It's the day I need to record my video. And things just went crazy. So it's been an incredibly busy week for me. So thank you to all of you who have supported me and connected with me this week. Has been absolutely awesome. And like I said, it was almost a no-show from me, just purely from a time point of view. Time just seems to run away. But it's lovely to be here with each of you. And for those of you who are finding me for the first time, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, again, it's so nice to have you back here. And I hope you're going to have an awesome, awesome message from me today. So basically, let's just quickly chat about it. See, my phone's not even off. My phone's going crazy. Let's put that on to silent. It's really been one of those weeks. It's been like a little bit upside down, a little bit all over the place. So yeah, forgive me. Right, so what we're doing today is we're doing your pick a card. And the way that we do this is, while I'm recording this part of the video, I have not selected cards. I have not recorded the bundles yet. I don't know what's going to come up. I'm as clueless as you are at this stage. But I have selected the decks that I'm going to be using. And you can see I've got 3 listed out over there. And I'm using another one which is not listed there, and that is a tarot deck, which I have right here in front of me. But on the table in front of me now, I have 4 decks that I'm going to be using today to hopefully give you awesome messages that mean something, that help you, that give you inspiration, give you guidance, give you a little bit of hope, give you whatever it is that you need, okay? So, because that's what Fridays are all about. Fridays is about helping you process the week that you've had and look forward to the next week, and to make sure that we achieve and are happy and are living our lives to the fullest. All right, so let's breathe. So let me perform my magic, and on screen now you're going to see an image, a photograph of the cards that I have drawn, the cards that I have selected, and all you have to do is take a deep breath in and exhale it out. And with the exhale, we release all our stresses, all our worries, all our fears, all our anxieties and our concerns. And when you're feeling a little bit more relaxed, when you're feeling a little bit more at ease, you can look at this image and ask yourself, ask your subconscious, ask your higher power, which of these has the message that you need to hear? Is it the first one, the second one, or the third one? Which bundle has the exact message that's going to mean something to you, that's going to help you and guide you on your journey today? And once you know which bundle you want, once you know which is the correct bundle for you, you can return. And what we're basically looking for is, if you are on YouTube, you can either look in the description below or on that little time bar, and you will see it is separated for each of the bundles. You can go straight to that bundle. If you're on my blog, if you scroll down a little bit, you will see the timestamps: bundle 1, bundle 2, bundle 3, and you can click straight onto that, and you can go and receive the message that you need. Yeah, and I hope it's a good one. If you want to watch all 3 and take a message from all 3, please, by all means, do so. You don't have to pick only one. You can pick 1, you can pick 2, you can pick 3. It really, yeah, whatever. I'm sure every single bundle is going to have something special for you. All right. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, if you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Subscribing really does help the channel to grow. It really helps the channel to stay active, and give this message a thumbs up. Listen to me, give me this video a thumbs up, and a little comment below would be amazing. Doing that on the videos really, just like I said, it helps the YouTube channel to stay active. It makes sure that YouTube recognizes it and shows it to the world, and that would help me. So I help you, you help me. It's win-win situation all around. All right, friends, I'm going to stop babbling. I clearly have a babbling issue today. I'm going to stop babbling and let's get straight into it. So we'll see you at your bundle. All right, so you chose bundle 1 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There are 3 decks that I am using today. I know it's may be very difficult to see there, but it's the Angel Therapy Oracle cards, it's the Work Your Light Oracle cards, and this one over here is Gifts of Spirit Animal. Gifts of Spirit animal cards. Okay, so those are the oracle decks that I'm using, and then I'm also using my absolute favorite Light Seers Tarot to give us the detail of our message that we need. But all the information about any of the decks that I'm using you will find in the description below for those of you on the video on YouTube, for those of you who are interested. But what should we start with? Because you see, I haven't even planned this out very well today. All right, let's start with, I'm starting with the Work Your Light oracles, okay? So I have shuffled before I started the video. Oops, throwing them on the floor. We're not doing very well today. Let's see. We're asking that all the cards that we draw today, from each of the decks that we use today, that we get the exact message of guidance, of hope, and of inspiration that all of you who are watching right now need to hear. Let it give us answers to our questions. Let it give us guidance on our challenges, and just guide us on our journey. Okay, so this is the Work Your Light oracle, and I'm just going to take one card from this oracle deck. The graphics really awesome. Oh, we got Lemuria, right? And the message at the bottom, let me just see if I hide my face. There we go. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. I love this. So we're going to take this as our theme for the reading today, the theme for your message. And Lemuria, gosh, I really have a challenge this week. I've been talking a lot, so words are not easy. So it's saying to you that we are busy creating heaven on earth, and it is happening. So maybe you've been feeling a little bit despondent. Maybe you've been feeling like with everything that's happening in the world that there is just so much negativity and there's so much chaos, and wondering, what's the point? What's it all about? Why do we have to go through all of this? Why is there so much hardship? Why is there so much challenge? Why is there so much of whatever going on? And please understand that this card is really saying to you, have faith, have hope, and just know that there is a bigger picture at play here, and we have to go through it. Okay, we have to just go through the bigger plan, the bigger scheme here, and we have to know that it's going to be okay. All right, so we are busy creating heaven on earth, but heaven is supposed to be full of purity, full of peace, full of love, full of happiness, full of joy, full of abundance, all of those positive things. And in order for us to have that, we need to eliminate the rot. Okay, so with everything that's happening in the world, we are doing that. And I'm not saying that we are removing people because they are rotten. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's mindset. Okay, it's all about mindset. So everything that's happening in the world is forcing every single one of us to change our thinking from old patterns to new patterns, and that is how we create heaven on earth. And that's exactly what we're doing. Things are coming to light that hurt. Things are coming to light that anger us, that frustrate us, that disappoint us, and so forth. And it's forcing every single one of us, including people who live with their heads in the sand. That's me. Okay, it's forcing all of us to become more aware, to become more vocal, to become more present, to become more affected, if I can call it that. Okay, so that we find our voice and speak out and express whatever is causing us pain, causing us hurt, so that we can have happiness and have more of whatever it is that we need in our lives. So I like that. That's quite a deep one, isn't it? So now we're really going to do this one backwards today. So I'm now going to pick up the angel therapy cards, and let's see what the angels have to say about that, about creating heaven on earth, and just knowing that it's happening, that we are in the throes of major change. We are in the throes, oh my gosh, throes of major change and things evolving at a speed that maybe we don't fully comprehend and fully understand. But we need to know that there's a higher power, that there's a higher reasoning, and that it's happening and it's going to be okay. Let's have a look and see what we get. So from angel therapy, manifestation power. How awesome is that? And I think I haven't even read the message at the bottom here yet, but I think what we need to also understand is that with the change that's happening, you and I who are watching this right now, we need to understand that we have magic in our hands. We can create almost anything that we want for ourselves. So you can create bad circumstances for yourself by focusing on lack, by focusing on what you don't have, or by focusing on your challenges. Or we can use the manifestation power that is available to us to create heaven on earth. Let's just read the message at the bottom. It says, use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. I'm going to put it there like that so that you can read it. Okay. So we have to understand the power that we have. We have to understand that we are creating heaven on earth. We are creating. It is happening now. It's not still coming. It's here. It's now. It's happening. You have the potential possibility to create a future for yourself, a reality for yourself that, yeah, that whatever you want for yourself, you will create. Whatever you're thinking about, whatever's happening in your head, whatever's going on in your mind, that is what you're creating for yourself. So be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of what you're thinking about. Okay, so I'm now going to pick up my trusty tarot deck and let's give Light Seers a shuffle. And I'm going to draw 2 cards from the Light Seers, okay? And from these 2 cards, we want to know, how do we best take advantage of this manifestation, of this creating heaven on earth, of what it is that we need to be focusing on. So 2 cards to highlight and to give us the knowledge, the inspiration, and the know-how, the detail on how do we do this. Okay, shuffled enough. Right, Light Seers, give it to us. So I'm going to take 1 card there, carry on from that, and I like the look of that one. Let's see what we get. Okay, so the first card we have from Light Seers is the 4 of Cups. And the 4 of Cups is basically saying to you that, we're a little bit irritated. Now, let's be honest, okay? Things aren't quite going according to plan. There seems to be like total disinterest out there. You may be disinterested. There may be like, there's all sorts of kind of, nobody seems to be taking things seriously. Everybody seems to be doing their own thing. There doesn't seem to be any kind of consistent plan. And you're like, you know what? Just let people get on and do whatever they want to do. And once everybody's finished figuring it out, then you'll jump on board, okay? So the 4 of Cups is the card of boredom, and it's the card of disinterest, and it's the card of like, I'm just not interested. So you can see that that is how she's feeling. You can see that that's what she's on about. And she's on about these cups, like, been there, done that, got the t-shirt kind of thing. Just let them get on with the chaos, and when it's finished, I'll get involved. What we need to understand is that there's this cup here on the end, and you can see it's been offered. There's a little hand underneath it. My finger's on the hand, okay? There is this cup, and look at these glorious rainbow colors that have been offered that's coming off that. So it's basically saying to you, yes, we understand that you're a little bit frustrated. We understand that you're a little bit disinterested, but don't be. Get involved, okay? Get involved and help, because you have I'm going to call it, you have the manifestation, the ability to manifest and to create something truly magical, heaven on earth. Okay, so let's see what the other card is that we got. 10 of Cups. I love it. 10 of Cups is about the perfect happy family. It's about having everything that your heart desires, whatever you consider to be home, whatever makes you truly happy, that you walk in the door and you just go, that's 10 of Cups. Okay, so every single one of you watching this right now, please understand that you have the opportunity, the potential in front of you right now to create the perfect world for yourself, the perfect lifestyle, the perfect everything. Don't feel like you can't make a difference. Don't feel like you are that insignificant, that you cannot make a difference. Recognize that change is happening around you at the moment. We are creating heaven on earth, and it is happening now. Okay, I want you to read that. It's happening. Okay, it's happening for you now. You have the ability to manifest and to create. So don't feel like you're not important. Don't feel like you're not significant. Don't feel like you can't do it. You can, you will, and you must. This is the window of opportunity to allow you to manifest and to create whatever it is that you want for yourself. I love it. All right, so I'm going to leave that on the table here in front of me, and I'm now going to pick up our final deck. And this is the deck that was actually gifted to me last week, and I'm really loving it. I love the backs. So pretty. So it literally just has an animal on it and a couple of keywords. There's no like guidebook with long detailed descriptions. So it's just let's get some animal spirit. We've spoken to the angels. We've spoken to the work your light oracles. Okay, so we've spoken to the light beings. We've spoken to tarot. Now let's talk to animals. Let's get the message from the animals. How are they going to help and guide us? How are they going to be on this journey with us and give us the inspiration and the know-how and whatever that we need? Right. Taking that one over there. Oh, we got sea turtle. Look at it. Isn't it the cutest? And look at the message at the bottom. Presence, stamina, and integrity, which to me fits in with this message perfectly, okay? Because maybe we don't have the stamina. Maybe we feel like our presence isn't valued, isn't appreciated, isn't needed, isn't wanted, isn't desired. Integrity, maybe you just feel like everybody's working on a different integrity level than you are. But understand that who and what you are is relevant, is significant, is amazing, is wonderful, is needed. So stop feeling disinterested, stop feeling bored, stop feeling like you don't matter. You deserve this happy family. You deserve this perfect world. You deserve this. You have the ability to manifest. You have the ability to manifest, and it's happening now. Be sea turtle and know that it's all going to be okay. So friends, that was your message. And I do think it's a really, really strong, powerful message. And I think it'll apply to absolutely every single one of you. I hope it gives you a little bit of guidance, hope, and inspiration on your journey. And yeah, it just helps you get through whatever it is that you're going through at the moment. So from my heart to yours, until we meet again, you take care. And welcome to those of you who chose bundle 2 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So you can see the cards that I'm using over there. Well, you can't really because it's a bit fade, but we've got angel therapy cards, we've got Work Your Light oracle cards, and we have got, I don't even know what this one is, Gifts of Spirit cards. And I'm also going to be using my trusty Light Seers Tarot as well. So I have them all here in front of me, and we're going to start with the Work Your Light oracle. So I've picked them up and I am giving them a shuffle. And we're asking that all the cards that we draw today be exactly the cards that have the message that all of you watching right now need to hear. Let it be the message of hope, message of guidance, message of inspiration, and the message of love to help you with whatever challenges and obstacles you are facing at the moment, to answer any questions that you may have in your head at the moment. May you find the answers in these cards today. All right. So this that I'm shuffling now is the Work Your Light oracle, and it's going to give us our sort of theme and just to kickstart the message. Okay. Love these cards. The artwork is stunning. So if you can read at the bottom, let me put it here that you can see it. It says the crumbling. What are you clinging onto? I'm trying to get it that my camera focuses. I'm not very good at this camera work business, but I think, there we go. What are you clinging onto? So the crumbling, if you look at this card, you can see we've got these two towers. And if you look here in the middle, whoopsie, look in the middle, you can see all the flowers. So there's a whole nother world through there. But what we're doing is we're holding onto these two pillars. We're holding onto these towers. We're like, no. Our world must stay exactly the same. Our world must stay exactly the same. I don't want change. I don't want change. These pillars or these towers have always worked for me. Let's not take them away. You're holding on to them, but actually if you let them crumble, look at what you're opening up. Look at what's waiting for you on the other side. And, I think it's human nature. We all are afraid of change. We like to hold on to the way things have always been. If things have worked for us, we hold on to it and we hold on to it and we hold on to it. And we're in a place now in our reality today where nothing is the same. I mean, even a trip to the local store to buy bread and milk, it's not the same as it was 3 months ago. Everything is different. Everything has changed, and we have to adapt. Okay, we have to adapt. We cannot hold on to these pillars. So yes, you may be experiencing, I want to just again hold it that you can see, we may be experiencing the crumbling, but let's get excited about that. Let's really embrace this crumbling. Let it go and know that what lies beyond is so much better than you anticipate for yourself, so much better than you can even begin to comprehend and understand. It really is. It's awesome. So when the lightning strikes at the top and causes the crumbling effect, don't panic. Don't see it as a negative, see it as a positive and get excited, because know that when we let go of this formal structure, when we let go of that, there's so much more beauty that's going to come through for us. And honestly, I believe in the core of my being, it's going to be a simpler existence. And simpler is better. Okay, I'm going to leave that card on the table here in front of me, and I'm now picking up the angel therapy cards, really going a different way today. And we're asking the angels to give us some guidance and inspiration on this crumbling effect, on this crumbling in our lives. What is crumbling? How do we let it go? How do we best navigate and transition? How do we best get through this? What do the angels need us to know? Angel therapy, help us and guide us on our journey today. That one over there. Oh, interesting. Books. The message at the bottom. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. That is so interesting. So all of you who chose bundle 2, please know that we have to let go of our past, of our old reality, of the way that we used to do things. And we have to, somewhere along the line, find our way back to the books. Now, I know they're saying here spiritually based books, but I'm going to sort of change that up a little bit, and I'm going to generalize it, okay? On this message, it says your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling books. I'm leaving spiritually based out of it because I honestly believe journaling is such phenomenal therapy. Okay, those of you who've done the artist's way and you do your morning pages, it is such phenomenal therapy. Any kind of reading, even if it's reading somebody else's life story, even if it is reading to learn, to gain you insight, to gain you inspiration, it leaves you different. Whether you have written or whether you have absorbed and read, it leaves you different. You grow through those processes. And that's exactly what we're saying to you. The way to let go of your crumbling towers, the way to help that and to get into the space here in the middle is through writing, reading, or both. Okay, so it's very important that we recognize the significance. I'm going to put it as, I don't want to label it as knowledge, because when you're writing, it's often an emotional, spiritual aspect and not so much a knowledge-based aspect. When we read, we don't always have to read to gain knowledge, but we read to gain insight. We write to gain insight. I love that. And, you know, the other issue that I need to mention at this point, because what I'm hearing so loudly in my head at the moment is when we do writing or reading, when we are connecting with the books, we are shutting out the outside world. We're closing down the noise. We're shutting off the noise. We're going within. We're connecting with ourselves, our higher selves, our spiritual selves, our emotional selves, our mental selves, all of that. And we're being in the now. And that is so important. Being in the now. So books, whether you are writing them, reading them, working with them, understand that spending time with the books puts you in the now, okay? And it allows you a reprieve from the crumbling that's happening around you. Recognize that this crumbling has to happen. It's going to happen. There is absolutely nothing that you can do to stop it, and that's okay. That's okay. But what you need to do is you need to process, and books is the way of processing, whether it be writing, whether it be reading, okay, or working with even. All right. Wow, loving that. Okay, so now I'm picking up Trusty Tarot, and today I am working with my Light Seers Tarot. So let's shuffle, and what we're asking from the tarot today is detailed message regarding what we've already covered and what we've already discussed about the crumbling and the book. So what is it specifically that we need to be doing? What specifically do we need to know? And what specifically do we need to understand? Give us the detail to complete the message and to guide us on our journey. Okay, shuffled sufficiently. So we're taking 2 cards. So I'm going to take that one over there if I can get it out. And that one over there looks good. So, friends. Bundle 2, friends. The first one we have is the Ace of Swords. Just look at her mind. Just look how it spirals. Okay? Just look how it spirals. Look at all these symbols. Look at all the symbols around it. Look at, we've even got some, get my finger there, some mats happening there. We've got a crow up there. There's all sorts of things. Her eyes are closed. She is in her head. Okay, she is thinking, she's contemplating, she's trying to figure stuff out. But the more she goes, the deeper she goes, the deeper she goes, the deeper she goes. She's trying to figure out the crumbling. She's trying to understand it. She's trying to work it all out. But at the same time, It's the inspiration and the knowledge and the power that comes from the books. She has it all in her head, okay? Ace of Wands typically is about new inspiration, new ideas, new concepts. But it's about recognizing that you have it within your own mind, within your own soul, and trusting and believing and knowing that it is enough, knowing that it is correct, knowing that it is fine. Okay, you have it. You've got to stop believing in yourself. And you know, with everything that's happening in the world, we start doubting our own selves. We start doubting who we are, what we are, why we are, you know, all of those kind of things. And what she's saying to you today is, please don't doubt yourself. Believe in yourself. Trust in the ideas and the inspirations that you have. Trust in the concepts that are developing in your head and work with them. Connected to our Ace of Wands, we have the Hierophant. And you know what? You can't look at that card and not grin and not smile. Just look at the happiness and joy on his face. Look at how in the now he is, in the moment he is. He is just, you know, life is simple for him. Life is simple. Life is not complicated. He's got everything that he needs right there at his disposal. This stairway that is here with him is leading him to wherever he wants to be, okay? So the Hierophant, he's the teacher. He teaches us, he guides us, he leads us, but his answers are always easy, simple, and uncomplicated. So don't complicate your world. Don't complicate your life. Keep it simple and know that it's going to be all right. The concepts and the ideas that you have will bring you back to the books and help you through the crumbling. This is necessary. This is necessary. And trust and believe that you have everything that you need to achieve the happiness, the joy, and the success that you look for. We have to change. We have to adapt. We have to go through all of that, okay? It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be difficult. What you have to do is focus on you, because that's what the books is all about. Focus on you. Focus on here. Allow yourself to be in the now and make the decisions, recognize the ideas and the strategies, and implement with happiness, with joy, with a light in your step. I love that. Okay, so we're not done yet, because now I am picking up the, I don't even know what they're called, Gifts of Spirit. Look at the backs, aren't they gorgeous? So this deck was gifted to me last week, and I really do like it. It's got an animal picture on it, and it's just got a couple of keywords. So we have consulted with the Light Oracle, we've consulted with the angels, we've consulted with the tarot, and now we want to consult with the animals and see what message, what guidance, what inspiration they have for us today. So shuffle, 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 and let's see what we get. I love it. Look at the keywords. Look at the keywords. Adaptation, transformation, and inspiration. And that is exactly the crumbling. We have to adapt. We have to transform, and we have to be inspired to get through it. What do books do for us? Books help us to adapt, help us to transform, and they do inspire us. And even our tarot cards, it all fits in perfectly. So this week, whatever's going on in your life, dragonfly energy, let the crumbling happen. Don't hold on to it. Don't hold on to anything that doesn't work for you anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Learn from it. Learn from it and move forward. Okay. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 2, that is your message, and I do hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, because I really did enjoy that one. There's so much there, and I'm sure somehow it would have answered your questions. It would have helped you and guided you on your journey. So from my heart to yours, until we meet again, you take care. Hello friends, and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 3 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. Welcome. I hope you are well, and I hope you are ready for an awesome message, because bundles 1 and bundle 2 have been phenomenal, if I say so myself. They really have come through really nicely, strong detailed messages, which I think is really great. You can see the cards that I'm using over there. We have got angel therapy cards, we have got the Work Your Light Oracle cards, and we have got the Gifts of Spirit animal cards, and as always I have my trusty, if I can pick it up, Light Seers Tarot to go with as well. So we are starting with the Work Your Light Oracle. And as I shuffle this pack right now, we're asking that all the cards that we draw today be the cards of inspiration, guidance, hope, and love that you need right now. If you have a question, may it answer your question. If you have a need, may it answer your need. May it give you exactly what you need to get through your difficult, challenging time right now. May these cards inspire you, guide you, and offer you the answers that you need. Okay. Right, I think I have shuffled those enough. So these cards are going to give us our sort of our theme for today. Take that one over there. Look at that, isn't it gorgeous? And it says the ever unfolding rose. Just to read the message at the bottom. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. Oh, how interesting. I'd love to see if you could, if I get the camera to focus on it. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So, friends, those of you who chose this bundle, your theme is that you are cracked open, okay? You are the ever unfolding rose. Whatever is happening in your life at the moment is ever unfolding. So clearly with you at the moment, what you're going through something, you're going through, I'm going to call it a transition, a change from one aspect or one element to another. And you are the ever unfolding rose that the more it opens, the more petals there are, the more petals there are. And it shows you how detailed and complex you are, but also how absolutely beautiful. The closer we get to the center, the more delicate, the more beautiful, and the more amazing you truly are. And the message at the bottom there, it says cracked open. So when the rose bud is still sealed, when the rose bud is still closed, we can perceive its beauty. We can imagine its potential, but we don't actually know until it's cracked open. Okay? So cracked open, it says it's happening for you, not to you. I love that. So the rose has to crack open in order to reveal its true essence that you can utilize, or that you are, or that you can have access to create and to do something that you need to. Oh, I really like that. So that's clearly our theme for our message today. So it'll be interesting to see how all the other cards tie in with that. I love it. Cracked open. It's happening for you and not to you. You know, on that note, I really want to just add that with everything that's happening in the world, with everything that's happening in your life, with everything that's happening all over the place at the moment, we as humans, we often tend to take things personally. So when somebody says something to you, something that doesn't resonate or you don't like, or just pushes your button, we take it personally, okay? And often what we need to understand is when somebody says something we don't like, it's often because they're experiencing pain. And when they lash out, when they say these horrible things that they say, it's often not to hurt us, but to hide their own pain, to hide their own vulnerabilities. So maybe we need to sometimes, just before we respond, before we react, we need to stop and ask, well, what's going on in their life? Okay? When they are cracked open, we can see inside to see if there's any pain, agony, breakages, or anything like that. But recognize, and I'm going to read it again, it's happening for you and not to you. Let's see if you can see it. If I tilt it a little bit closer, then sometimes it focuses. But how absolutely awesome is that? All right, so I'm going to leave that card on the table here in front of me where I can see it, and I will refer to it. And I'm now picking up the angel therapy cards. And as I shuffle the angel therapy cards, we're asking the angels to give us some guidance on how we handle this cracked open rose, and how we handle whatever it is that's happening around us and that's not happening to us. What do the angels have to say to us? What kind of guidance and inspiration do they have for us today? Okay. Oh, nose is itchy. So we have drawn the solar plexus chakra. Now, the solar plexus chakra sits just above your navel, just above your belly button. And the message at the bottom, it says, it is safe for you to be powerful and to take charge of your life in positive ways. It is safe for you to be powerful and to take charge of your life in positive ways. And I think that makes sense, because in order, even though we are this fragile rose, even though we are this delicate fragile rose, we can still be strong. And we have to be strong. We have to stand in our own power, just like the rose does. You know, the rose doesn't care about the other roses on the bush. The other roses in the bush could be in a bad state, but this rose is more worried about itself and taking care of itself and revealing its true beauty. So that's who you need to be. You need to be able to stand in your power and not compare yourself with others. Just to read the message again, it is safe for you to be powerful and to take charge of your life in positive ways. So that's the message from the angels. The angels are saying that you have to be strong, you have to be courageous, even if you are feeling vulnerable, even if you are cracked open, even if you are feeling like, you don't want to reveal your true self, if you are worried about all of that. Solar plexus chakra, you will feel it here just above your navel. Just know that you need to stand in your power. You need to be brave, you need to be courageous, you need to be strong, and you need to not worry about other people's opinions, okay? Remember what it says at the bottom here is that it's happening for you and not to you. All right, I like that. So now we pick up the trusty tarot, and we're going to ask the tarot to give us the detail. So yes, we understand that it's happening around us and not to us. We recognize that we are vulnerable. We recognize that we are delicate. We recognize that we have to stand in our power. But we want the tarot to show us how. How do we do that? How do we stand in our power? How do we fully embrace this message and this guidance? How do we fully embrace it, take it in, and let it be? And how do we stand in our own power? How do we solar plexus chakra? Let's see what we get. Okay, so I'm going to draw two cards. I'm drawing one from the beginning, and I'm going to take one from there. I love this. So, bundle 3ers. Those of you who chose bundle 3, the first detail card we have from the tarot is the 4 of Pentacles. And if you look at her, she is fully comfortable in her being, fully comfortable in her own space. She needs no external validation. She's very comfortable with who she is. She is holding her purse close to her heart. In that purse contains everything that is important and significant in her life, okay? So she's holding all of that in her purse, and she's holding it. She's not clutching it like this. She's holding it casually. She recognizes the importance and significance of it, and she knows that she is enough for it. She knows that whatever is in that purse is enough for her. So the 4 of Pentacles is often the card of stability, so financial or physical stability, but if we hold it on too tightly, it can lead to stagnation, all right? But in this particular case, she's not clutching it. She's not holding it so tightly. She's very confident. You can see her demeanor is very relaxed. She knows she's fully present. She knows her power. She knows the authority that she contains or that she has within her. She knows that that purse holds everything that is important and dear to her, and she's just holding on to it. Okay, she has no unrealistic expectations of the purse. All right, no unrealistic expectations at all. So she knows that whatever is in there, whether there's a lot or whether there isn't, she knows it's enough. And I think that's the message, is that it's enough. Connected to our 4 of Pentacles, oh wow, there's the 3 of Pentacles. I love that. So the 3 of Pentacles, this is you sitting down here, okay? So you are crafting, you are creating something exquisite, you are creating something beautiful, you're putting your heart and soul into whatever your project is that you have in front of you. And these other people have come to admire your handiwork. These other people have arrived to see what you're getting up to, and they are singing your praises. They are telling you that you have everything that you need. They are recognizing your strength. They are recognizing your power, your authority, and they are really valuing it, okay? And here with our ever-unfolding rose, they recognize the complexities. This card won't show. There we go. They are recognizing, these people, no, on this other one, are recognizing the complexity of who you are. They're recognizing the delicacy of who you are, as well as the strength and the complexity. They're recognizing that, whatever you're creating is not just a simple thing. It's a complex, detailed, and that you've got your heart and soul in it. So you need to be confident. You need to stand in your power. You need to expose yourself. Let people look at you. Listen to what they say about you, and I can guarantee you, they're saying good things. I can guarantee you they're recognizing you for who you are. There's no judgment. Okay. You are expecting the judgment. So your thought process is putting it out to the universe. You're putting out judgment, judgment, judgment. So that's why it maybe comes back at you. But when you stand in your power, when you recognize your authority, nobody's going to have a critical word to say about you at all. Keep your stuff close to your heart, okay? Don't put it all out there for the world to see. Keep it close to your heart, but know that you are fabulous. Truly, truly fabulous. Right, so we're not done yet. So now I'm picking up this deck. I love to show you the back of the cards because it really is so pretty. So this is this Gifts of Spirit deck. It was actually gifted to me last week and I really do enjoy it. It's got a picture of an animal on it and just some keywords. So, and the keywords are really positive, really, and it's interesting to see the animals that we get. So we have taken a message from the light, we have taken message from the angels, and we have got detail from the tarot. Now we're asking the animals. So we're asking the animals for guidance, for inspiration, for how they're going to help us, how are they going to get us through, how are they going to confirm that we need to stand in our power and be almighty. Let's see what we get. I think that's shuffled enough. You know, I am constantly amazed how I randomly, like really randomly choose bunches of cards, okay, the decks that I work with, and I shuffle and I draw randomly, and yet the message always ties in. So here we have Lion, and the message from the Lion is strength, bravery, and pride, which I think ties in so beautifully with the message today. It really does. I don't think I need to say anything more. I don't think I need to add anything more to Lion message. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 3, that is your message, and I do hope it gives you the guidance, the hope, the inspiration, and the answers that you were looking for. And I hope it just helps you to navigate life here and now, and may it give you the peace, the answers, and everything that you've been looking for. And until we meet again, from my heart to yours, you take care.